What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, YouTube? Welcome back to another major market breakdown. We have, well, let me go back to DXY. If you go back and look at last week's, you'll see that CAD JPY was a banger of a trade. DXY though, we didn't close above this level we spoke on last week. We just kind of rejected off of it. We thought maybe at the most we might get pushed towards this let me go on a slightly higher time frame. Get pushed towards this trend line again, but the equilibrium sort of rejected it. So with all the negative data that came out on the dollar, it was bad jobs data, sticky inflation, so just a whole bunch of downward momentum for the dollar. If you guys have been paying attention to your fundamentals like I've been preaching to you and telling you to take a look at, it's always real easy. You just go on Forex Factory and you can see what's about to come out, and then when it comes out you can see the change, and it's gonna kind of granted, the dollar's been kind of pricing this in relatively, but as we get more data, it just gets slightly more bearish. So we're definitely gonna get this basis point, 25 basis point cut coming on the 17th, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that though. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the 17th. And that's just gonna keep sending the dollar lower. So the next area that we're gonna be looking to break through is this here at about 97.24 ish, 97 180 area. Basically the 97 200 ish zone, 97 150 I guess at the lowest end of it. But once that gets broken, we're probably gonna free fall down to this 96 level, and we're gonna be like the I wouldn't say goal, but the target is probably gonna be 90. But we're gonna probably range here for a second. But it's been making slightly bigger ranges, you know what I'm saying? Lately, so it could range bigger, but as the current levels that we have marked off, once we're below this, is sort of free fall, but not not too much, only down to that, like I said, that 90 level. But for now, we're just gonna be looking at this short term here. I can take a quick look just to give off the next level, just to make sure in case something crazy happens and we just know where it's headed. There's the 94 level, and then the 90 level is actually, yeah. Yeah, so it's quite a ways to go, but I do think we're gonna end up range bound in this 95-90 area for a good bit of time. I can't call exactly when that's gonna be, but we're headed there. But I think this is the area that'll probably trap the dollar for a while, especially while the Fed is. I'm pretty sure the goal is to try to weaken the dollar, right, and then move everything over to crypto, and then basically like devalue the debt. It's not really. Wouldn't call it a fringe theory, but it's a possibility, and it's a way out for the Fed. It's not, of course, the most moral way out, but it is a way out. So, what's that gonna look like on our pairs? Dizzle. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Yeah. Oops, I didn't mean to grab that. I think we set this up on the. Did we set this up on the? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did set this up on the last major market breakdown. Price just did exactly what we thought it would do when we grabbed this level here. Priced up, as you can see, the little drawing we made there is still still there. I want to take that off. It's a little feels a little cluttery for the. Oh nope, that was the wrong thing. Let's remove that. I'm currently in this trade right now. Still, this is the trade that I'm currently in. I got some more entries down here in the chats. We called some more entries before everything did too much, and then price came back down here, and we called some more entries again. So those are in profit, and then we're like just a wee bit of profit for the original entry. But we're just gonna see that probably just keep flying to the upside. Same thing on GBP US Dizzle. Really this got really the same price action. Usually why I don't go through all of the majors. I usually just pick a major, the one that I'm trading, and if you guys want to trade the other majors, you guys can just what I'm saying, find the entries that correlate, because they're really doing the same thing for the most part. Let's take a look at what was it 80 Eurocad. So it didn't break out. We marked this up last week. I'm pretty sure it was on the major market breakdown. If not, it got sent out to the free chats. But with the CAD being on the weaker side, they're in the same kind of weak realm as the US dollar, with cutting rates and things like that. Sticky inflation, not good. Unemployment. So the CAD is on the bearish side of life, and the euro is pretty stable. ECB is pretty stable. So that's where the basis of this trade comes from here, and we're really just kind of waiting for a breakout. We thought we'd get maybe either a breakout to the upside, catch a retracement, and then pull the trigger and go higher, or we would get a sweep to the downside, catch an entry and go to the upside. We didn't get it, so we didn't trade. It's just kind of stayed consolidated. It did this little spike up here, like right when the market opened, but it didn't close above here, so we didn't. It wasn't really viable as a real viable option when it happened. So just kind of waiting, still in this little range here, kind of waiting to see for it to break out. But when it does, we'll be watching for it. It will be sent out in I don't know if it'll be sent out in all the chats, but it will be sent out somewhere whenever it does break out to the upside or the downside, and we'll get in for this trade here. And then I think, what else? Let's go ahead and take a look at gold. Gold is just on fire, so on fire. But we do have a little bit of 30-minute divergence and slight hourly divergence, very slight. It's not strong, actually. Yeah, you can barely really catch it, honestly. That's why it's not. What I'm saying? It's not like I wouldn't sell gold. I wouldn't even dream of selling gold right now. I'm waiting for gold to pull back so I can get in. I'm not in on gold right now. I wish I was in. I thought about getting in this area, but I wanted more of a pullback into this a little bit, and I was just a little greedy with the pullback that I wanted, with the discount that I wanted. I wanted it to pull under here, or at least to touch this maybe when it did, but it didn't. It just kind of kept shooting higher. So I would love to get let's get rid of these levels here, because I think the only thing gold will give up, especially with everything that's going on, gold is pricing in I believe a possible small scale world war. You know what I mean? And if you would have told me I was saying that a year ago, I'd have been like, what? But you have the US looking at Venezuela crazy. You have Russia and Poland and Ukraine, and now France is arming themselves just to be ready for the BS. And then you have China already looking towards Taiwan, just waiting for everybody to be distracted, right? So it's just like, whew. It's a lot going on, right? Yeah, it's reasonably. So this is why if you're wondering why gold's just been on fire and not giving you no opportunities to get in, it's because all this is going on in the world right now, right? So I'll be waiting for some kind of reprieve moment where everybody comes to the table. It'll probably be like everybody comes to the table to talk, and the market's chill because they think, okay, everybody's coming to the table to talk. all the problems are gonna go away. Gold chills off for like 2 days while they're off in the summit on a Wednesday, Thursday, or something like that, and then everybody leaves the summit, and Russia does something again to Ukraine, so they know that everything is still going on the same, and gold just continues to go higher. That's probably gonna be the scenario, something like that. That gives us an opportunity to get in gold, because otherwise gold's just gonna keep going higher. We may get. I would love, honestly, I may get a very small entry with anything, up under this swing low here, but I want to get down to at least like, I want to get an entry in this little zone here. I really would like that above most everything else. 4 hour time frame. Um, yeah, I don't feel like that's greedy. I don't feel like that's greedy. I feel like this is a reasonable ask for how on fire gold has been. I'd be willing to get in here and then probably get in again down here where we have this little line right there. I don't feel like creating another box, but yeah, that's the gist of the major markets outside of NASDAQ. You know how we're feeling about NAS. It's just like, um on fire. Like I said last week, it was just like, we have reason to sell it, and institutions are on, starting to be more on the sell side, but price action just isn't really telling me that, and momentum isn't really telling me that. So it's kind of hard to when the fundamentals are saying one thing, but investors are like, nah, we're going higher we go, and that's what we've been seeing here. So I'm honestly just not interested in NASDAQ right now, at all, really. Like, of course, we have our portfolios that just kind of continuously, invest more money over time into ETFs correlated to Nasdaq. That's just like buying though. So as far as like trading, I'm not that interested in Nasdaq right now. I would love to see a change of trend or a major pullback. One of those, because it's upside, but it's choppy upside. It's upside with a lot of downside risk. So right now, personally, I'm leaving Nasdaq alone for the most part. Just kind of focusing on these other pairs that I've been marking up. The EuroCAD trade, Euro USD trade. Those I love Forex pairs. That's my love of the game is in Forex pairs. Now, a lot of people love options and futures and things like that, and that's perfectly fine. I just think that everybody should get a good foundation in Forex trading, because of the fact that once you do, you'll be able to trade anything. And I think any trader that's actually traded just about everything will agree with that. There, you get a good foundation in currencies. You're able to take those concepts and really apply them anywhere. But if this is your first time here and you made it this far, go ahead and hit that sub button so you can stick around. Hit that like button if you actually got some value out of this. Make sure you tell your homies about the channel. Send them the video so they can get tapped in and actually know what's going on in the markets every week, because we do these breakdowns every single week on Sunday to make sure that by the time Sunday evening hit, you're ready to attack the markets with some confidence. All right, I love y'all. Make sure you're kind to somebody today. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.